You notice someone else succeed. They earn the promotion, build the company, find the relationship, or achieve the dream you've quietly imagined for yourself. And for a moment, something inside you tightens. It feels personal. But the real answer is far stranger. The feeling has almost nothing to do with jealousy. It has everything to do with how your brain learned to survive among other humans. Every day, your mind asks a silent question. Where do you stand? Are you keeping up? Are you falling behind? The strange part is that your brain cannot answer those questions alone. It needs other people as measuring sticks. Imagine waking up on an island with no one else around. Would you worry about wearing the best clothes? Would you care who earns more money? Would you wonder whether your life is impressive enough? Most of those thoughts disappear because comparison needs a reference point. For hundreds of thousands of years, your ancestors lived in small tribes. Status was not a luxury. It often determined who received help, who found mates, who influenced decisions, and sometimes who survived. Your brain evolved to constantly estimate its place inside the group. That ancient calculation never disappeared. Today, the tribe is no longer 50 people. It is millions. A single scroll on your phone can expose you to the richest entrepreneur, the fittest athlete, the smartest student, and the happiest-looking family before breakfast. Your ancient comparison system was never designed for that. Psychologist Leon Festinger described this tendency in 1954 with social comparison theory. He argued that people naturally evaluate themselves by comparing themselves with others, especially when objective measures are unavailable. Think about that for a moment. How successful are you? How attractive are you? How intelligent are you? There is no universal scoreboard. So your brain borrows other people as temporary rulers. Sometimes this helps. Watching someone slightly ahead of you can inspire improvement. You learn new skills, adopt better habits, and discover what is possible. But comparison has a hidden trap. Your brain rarely compares entire lives. It compares your everyday reality with someone else's highlight reel. You know your own failures, doubts, embarrassing moments, and unfinished goals. You rarely know theirs. That mismatch creates an illusion. Social media magnifies it even further. Algorithms do not reward ordinary moments. They reward extraordinary ones. The result is a world where everyone appears happier, wealthier, healthier, and more confident than they really are. Yet even outside the internet, comparison never truly ends. Reach one goal and another reference appears. Buy a house. Someone owns two. Get promoted. Someone starts a company. Run 5 kilometers. Someone finishes a marathon. The finish line keeps moving because the brain keeps searching for a higher reference point. This is sometimes called the hedonic treadmill. Achievements quickly become normal, and attention shifts toward whatever someone else has next. Your ancestors benefited from this restlessness because it encouraged learning and adaptation. A tribe that stopped improving could be overtaken by another. What once increased survival now often increases anxiety. There is another twist. You compare upward far more often than downward. Your brain pays more attention to people who seem ahead because they contain useful information. From an evolutionary perspective, copying successful individuals could improve survival. That instinct is still with you. The problem begins when admiration quietly transforms into self-judgment. Instead of asking, "What can I learn?" the mind asks, "Why am I not enough?" Those are completely different questions. One creates growth. The other creates suffering. Research consistently shows that gratitude changes this pattern because it interrupts automatic comparison. Instead of scanning outward for missing advantages, attention returns to existing resources, relationships, and progress. That does not mean lowering ambition. It means changing the direction of measurement. Compare today's version of yourself with yesterday's version instead of comparing your life with someone else's carefully edited chapter. Progress becomes visible again. Small improvements begin to matter. Confidence grows from evidence rather than approval. Ironically, people who become deeply focused on meaningful work often compare less. Their attention shifts from status to mastery. The scoreboard fades into the background because the process itself becomes rewarding. That may be the greatest trick your brain can learn. Comparison is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is an ancient survival system trying to solve a modern problem with prehistoric software. The next time you catch yourself measuring your life against someone else's, remember what your brain is really doing. It is searching for safety inside a world that no longer resembles the one it evolved for. And once you understand that, the feeling loses some of its power. Because the person you have been racing against was never really them. It was the ancient voice inside your own mind asking the same question it has asked for thousands of generations. Where do you stand? The surprising answer is that the most meaningful place to stand is one step ahead of the person you were yesterday.